in die eerste term and the same angles in the second term. And that's important because then you can identify what to substitute into your formula. So this one, what is cos in the second quadrant? Will become negative cos 72. And this one, what is cos in the third quadrant? Also negative cos 8. Plus, what is sine in the third quadrant? Negative. And what is sine in the second quadrant? Positive. Okay, so now I have cos 72 times cos 8 minus sine 72 sine 8. Good. Hello. It fell on you. But it didn't do enough damage.
It's good that you respond to your name.
Okay, so now you go back to those identities that we did yesterday and you look for one that looks similar to that. So look, it's cos of an angle, cos of another angle, minus sine of the first angle, sine of the second angle. Do you see that? Oh my shattered nerves. Can you guys see on the board? Ne? Can you guys see that 72 and 72 is the same? One is in the first term, one is in the second term. One is cos of 72, one is moi. Okay. And then can you see that that is an 8 and the second one is also an 8? Okay. So what you're looking for is something that is cos of an angle, cos of another angle, minus sine of that first angle, sine of the second angle. Now look for one like that in the 4 options that I gave you. What does it become? You write it as what? What's on the other side of the is gelyk aanteken? Cos, and what is between the two angles, a plus or a minus? Oh no, it's a plus. Do you guys see it? And what is 72 plus 8? Indeed it is. And then you are done. And that took way too long. Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 more of those to do over the long weekend since you have a lot of time. But we are carrying on to double hook identiteite. So I'm on page 96 now. Must I give you the homework first? It's going to be exercise 2 on page 95. And I'm going to give you 2.8, which is similar to the one that we just did. So just go and write it in terms of acute angles. And look out for your special angles. Your 45, your 30s, and your 60s. Also your 90s. Okay? So kyk daar. And then also 3.10. No, sorry. As I'm going to give you too much. 4.3. And here, once again, look out for, because they tell you to simplify cos of 105 without using a calculator. Okay, now that seems impossible, right? Nothing is impossible. Because you can go and write this as 60 plus 45. Do you agree? And 60 and 45 are special angles, so you're supposed to know them. Do it without a calculator. Okay, so then you substitute those, expand, substitute the values for cos, sin. Okay, so that's just the pointer there. And then the last one I'm going to give you, is lekker moeilik. 5.3. No, 5.1. Good luck, eh? Okay. No, it's not going to be that difficult. I'll tell you. Use 2 sketches. How do you spell sketches?
S-K-E.
No, it's not Afrikaans. Use 2 sketches, né? One for alpha and one for beta. So you will have 2 separate sketches, one for alpha and one for beta. And then when you expand that expression, you can read off the values alpha from your alpha sketch, beta from your beta sketch. Okay, so those are going to be the ones for homework, but I cannot linger on that any longer. We are carrying on to double hoeken. Okay, now the double angles are just a special sort of compound angles. Because instead of having A plus B, you just have A plus A, which is what? 2A. Okay, so every time this will be an angle times 2. And you have new identities there. The one for sine is easy. Sine only has one expansion. So sine of 2 alpha will be equal to 2 sine alpha cos alpha. But then, and all of these will be given to you on the formula page. So your work is, when we are submerged into it, to try and figure out which one you will be using. Okay, so sin is lekker maklik, uit net 1. Maar cos het 3. Al 3 gaan vir jou gegee word. But you will see they, yeah. Okay, so let's do some examples. The last one, isn't it? Yeah, I missed the nine. Sorry, guys. Okay. So let's say, for example, one, I tell you, determine the value of 2 sine 15 cos 15 sonder 'n sakrekenaar, nul sakrekenaar. What are you doing, Dylan? No, I don't know either. It's just a mess.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Now that, after a while, you'll start seeing them like a vinnig. Daai is die uitbreiding van 'n sin dubbelhoek. So you are able to rewrite that as sine of 2 times the angle. Sien julle as julle gaan kyk na die enetjie hierbo, né? Sin van 2 alfa is gelyk aan 2 sin alfa cos alfa. Maar nou in die plek van alfa het ek 'n 15 grade gaan sit. So as ek het 2 sin 15 cos 15, kan ek dit skryf as sin van 2 maal 15, which is what? What is 2 times 15? Oh my hat. And do you agree that is one of your special angles? What is sine of 13? Don't use your calculator, that's the easy one. 1/2. Look at that one, he doesn't believe me. Okay, another one. like that. Sy weer lastig, Julie. Okay. Nou die probleem by hierdie een is, gewoonlik sou ons maklik net 'n skets kon gaan maak het en waardes aflei. But the problem is that this one is in terms of 2a and that one is in terms of just 1a. So the sketch and the values of the sketch will be in terms of a, not 2a. And you can't just go and double them. Dit is hoe dit werk met terugfunksies nie. So I'm going to go and I'm going to expand this one, and you can use either of the or any of the 3 expansions in this specific case. They'll all get you to the same answer. So I'm going to write it as cos squared a minus sine squared a. Stem julle saam, dis een van die uitbreidings van cos 2a is cos kwadraat a minus sin kwadraat a. So remember that to the power of 2 is not the same as 2a. So now I am working in terms of just the angle A. So as ek nou my skets gaan teken en my waardes aflees, beteken dit ek lees nou waardes af vir die hoek A. Not the angle 2A, I'm now working with just the angle A. So you have to go rewrite it from 2A to A. Okay, goed, en nou gaan ek my skets gaan teken. In watter kwadrante is sin negatief? 3 and 4? No? But they also say that A is somewhere between 0 and 270, so it must be there. Okay, so I draw my sketch as you would normally. And I'm working with this angle. So I have negative 12 and 13 there. And if I'm not mistaken, then this is negative 5. How do I get the negative 5? Pythagoras, and then I also know that x is negative on the left-hand side of my y-axis. Goed, en nou kan ek gaan waardes aflees. So lees gou vir my die waarde van cos A af. Ja, wat kom bo? Minus, wat kom onder? En ek gaan die hele ding kwadreer. Stem julle saam? Die hele breek gaan ek kwadreer. En sin het ons eintlik klaar hierso, maar jy kan hom maar gaan aflees ook. Soos daai. 13 kwadraat. Okay, en sien julle hulle noemers is klaar dieselfde, so ons kan net sê 25 minus 144, wat gelyk is aan 119, negatief 119.